The alien diplomat had seen great fleets before. She had stood on the bridges of Carthan dreadnoughts. She had walked through the shipyards of the Vex. She had witnessed the military power of the Galactic Union. Nothing had prepared her for this. The dark side of Earth's moon wasn't dark. It was alive. Thousands of warships surrounded it. Gigantic stations orbited it. Entire cities had been built inside hollowed-out asteroids. And in the center of everything, a ship larger than a continent slowly awakened. Its engines illuminated space like a second sunrise. The diplomat whispered, "How long has this been here?" Admiral Nathan Reyes answered without taking his eyes off the fleet. 1,000 years. She turned toward him in horror. "You built all of this? In secret?" Nathan smiled sadly. "No," he looked at the stars. "We built it because nobody believed us." The shuttle descended through one of the largest structures the diplomat had ever seen. It wasn't a station. It was a city, a military city. Thousands of ships rested inside enormous hangars. Construction drones moved in every direction. Factories worked without pause. The entire place looked alive. Nathan noticed her expression. Surprised? She nodded. "How could you hide something this large?" The old admiral chuckled, very carefully. She stared at him. Nobody in the Galactic Union knew this existed. Nathan looked around. That was the point. The shuttle landed. Its doors opened. The diplomat stepped out and froze. Thousands of people were waiting. Not soldiers. Families, children, engineers, scientists, teachers, an entire civilization. She slowly turned toward Nathan. "You've been living up here for centuries. Why?" Nathan smiled. "Because we were preparing." The diplomat followed him through the station. Everywhere she looked, people were working. Factories produced weapons, shipyards constructed new vessels, research teams monitored deep space signals. Nothing here seemed temporary. This was not a military base. It was a nation. You never stopped preparing for the harvesters. Nathan shook his head. "No, but the war ended 1,000 years ago." "No," she frowned. "What do you mean?" The old man stopped walking. Then he looked directly at her. The war never ended. She felt cold. "What?" The harvesters retreated. He looked toward the stars. They weren't defeated. Nathan led her into a large chamber. A holographic map appeared. Images from the ancient war filled the room. Burning worlds, destroyed fleets, dead stars. Then a final battle appeared. A gigantic machine world. Thousands of human warships attacking it. The diplomat stared. "You fought something that large?" Nathan nodded. "We lost almost everything." "What happened?" The old admiral's face darkened. "We destroyed its fleet. Then why wasn't the war over?" He enlarged the image. "The machine world was damaged, but intact. We never destroyed their leader." The diplomat looked confused. "The leader?" Nathan zoomed in further. At the center of the machine world was something enormous. An intelligence, a mind, a king. The Machine King. Silence filled the room. "He survived." "Yes, and now he's back." Nathan nodded. Yes, the diplomat suddenly understood. Humanity hadn't been preparing for another war. They had been waiting for the same war to continue. "How long have you known?" Nathan looked tired. "Since the day we exiled ourselves." "You knew this would happen?" "I hoped I was wrong." She looked around the chamber. "And all of this, the fleet, the stations, the weapons, the armies." He nodded. "They were all built for one purpose, to kill the Machine King." The doors opened. Several men and women entered. Old, scarred veterans, every one of them wore black uniforms. The diplomat recognized the names immediately. Legends, heroes of the First Harvester War. They were supposed to be dead. Nathan smiled. "Good to see everyone." One woman laughed. "You're late. I was farming." Another admiral shook his head. "Of course you were." The diplomat stared. "You all survived?" The woman looked at her. We retired. She blinked. You retired? The admiral grinned. War is exhausting. A massive holographic table appeared. The veteran commanders took their seats. Nathan remained standing. Status, an officer stepped forward. 17 systems confirmed lost. Another officer interrupted. 18, the room fell silent. The map changed. Another star turned red. Nathan closed his eyes. They're accelerating. One admiral frowned. Toward what? A scientist answered. We don't know. Another officer spoke. Actually, we do. The room became silent. A new projection appeared. A line. A course. The harvesters weren't moving randomly. They were heading somewhere, straight toward Earth. The diplomat looked confused. Why would they attack Earth first? Nobody answered. Then Nathan sighed. Because they remember us. Silence, the Machine King learns. He adapts. He remembers every enemy. The old admiral looked toward the stars, and 1,000 years ago, we heard him. The room became quiet. One of the admirals finally spoke. Then we have one advantage. Nathan nodded. What's that? The old warrior smiled. He hates us. The diplomat looked around. You seem calm. One of the admirals laughed. We've had 1,000 years to prepare. Nathan nodded. And because we have something the harvesters don't expect. What? He smiled. Patience. Then he activated another hologram. The diplomat stared. At first she thought it was a moon. Then she realized it was a ship. No, a fortress, a mobile world, a vessel larger than anything ever built. Its name appeared. Terra Invicta, Unconquered Earth. The diplomat could barely speak. What is that? Nathan smiled. Our insurance policy. The gigantic vessel slowly emerged from behind the moon. Its engines illuminated the darkness. Its surface contained forests. Cities, factories, dockyards, millions of people lived aboard it. The diplomat stared in disbelief. That's impossible. No, Nathan smiled. It's humanity. Suddenly, alarms sounded. Every screen changed. A transmission had arrived. Unknown origin. The room became silent. Then the screen activated. Darkness filled it. 2 glowing red eyes appeared. The diplomat felt her blood turn cold. The Machine King. The ancient intelligence finally spoke. Its voice sounded like grinding metal. Humanity, nobody moved. You still exist. Nathan stepped forward. So do you. Silence. Then the machine spoke again. This time, there will be nothing left of your species. Nathan smiled. No, the Machine King paused. The old admiral looked directly into the glowing eyes. We've been waiting for you. For the first time, the machine became silent. Then the Machine King said something unexpected. Interesting. The red eyes brightened. Then let us finish what we started. The transmission ended. Silence filled the chamber. Nobody spoke. Finally, one of the admirals looked at Nathan. Orders? The old man looked toward the stars. Then he smiled. For the first time in 1,000 years, humanity was no longer waiting. Prepare the fleet. Thousands of officers moved immediately. What are we doing? Nathan's smile widened. We're going hunting. Far away, on the colony world of Vega Prime, millions of civilians looked toward the sky as enormous machine ships emerged from hyperspace. The harvesters had arrived. And Earth was still 2 days away.